John, a raven came from the citadel. A white raven. Winter is here.
Hi, this is Ella, and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now, here's your host Alfredo Leon.
Thank you, Ella. This is indeed Frey, as winter is here, Sonics and Stars, in the form of the Winter X Games, as they took place in Aspen, Colorado, at Buttermilk Mountain in a variety of events from January to 25th to 28th over the weekend. A number of athletes that participated in the X Games are also going to the Olympics in Pyeongchang in February. The X Games kicked off Thursday night with the men's and women's ski superpipe final. David Wise got the win in the men's ski superpipe final, as he will be also defending his Olympic gold medal in halfpipe skiing as well. After he won, Wise was also on a podium with other Team USA athletes that will compete in the Olympics as well. He got a score of 94, which was better than runner-up Alex Ferreira, who moved into second place with an incredible run that scored 91.33, and Torin Yater Wallace, who was in third with 86.66 points. Fourth member of the U.S. Olympic team, Aaron Blunk, was eighth with a 41.33. Here is Wise speaking of his performance and what it took for him to win his fourth gold medal in the event.
Yeah, 4 is my lucky number tonight, I guess. I really fell hard in practice yesterday. My knee is not real happy to go all the way straight. So in practice, I wasn't even doing the switch right dub, but I came out of the gate and landed a good one. And I just started feeling the energy of the crowd. And I can't say enough thanks to the crowd and everybody watching for the support, because you guys really lifted me up and I was able to put down those 4 dubs. That was my goal at the beginning of the season. And it's just such an honor. Skiing is at such a high level right now. Being out here with my teammates is amazing.
On the women's side, Maddie Bowman came out victorious on Thursday after she previously had an off year, as she won X Games Aspen gold every year from 2013 to 2016 before she had to settle for bronze last year. Here is Bowman speaking about how she felt afterwards on that night.
Yeah, crazy night. I'm stoked. I grabbed my Switch 7.
She was also asked whether her 5th gold medal was the best.
This is the best. It's been a rough last year, and I'm happy to be back here.
On a second-run score of 92 in the 3-1 final, Bowman was able to hold off Carmel, California's Britta Sigourney with a score of 90.33, and Canadian Cassie Sharp, who finished with a score of 86.66 points, to win her 5th X Games gold medal in 6 years. Bowman is also the reigning Olympic gold medalist and will try to defend it next month in South Korea. She was the top qualifier for the U.S. women's ski halfpipe team, along with Sigourney, Vermont's Devin Logan, who finished 6th, and Massachusetts' Annalisa Drew, who finished 8th, respectively. X Games Aspen resumed on Friday with the men's big air final. Canadian Max Perot has a lot of momentum headed into South Korea after his win on Friday night. Perot pulled off a switch triple cork 1800 and a frontside triple cork 1440 on a cold, clear night at Buttermilk Mountain to win his 3rd straight and 4th overall X Games gold medal. Here is Perot speaking about how much he loves this event.
I love X Games Big Air because we get to ride the biggest jump of the year, and the jump is just perfect. And I love being in the air as long as I can. Everyone killed it tonight, and I like X Games because we always see progression and guys throw downs and quads. It's pretty insane. And yeah, pretty stoked to back up my win from last year. Super happy.
Perot competed for Canada in a 2014 Sochi Olympic slopestyle final, beat some of his top competition for next month's Olympic snowboard slopestyle and big air events on Friday night. That competition also included Marcus Kleveland of Norway, who finished with a silver, and Yuki Kodono of Japan, who finished with the bronze on Friday night, who won X Games in Oslo. Perot also took a victory lap down the jump, after Cleveland was just shy of the win by 1 point, as he only got a 73-5 total runs, and he finished runner-up as a result. On the women's side, history was made with defending Olympic slopestyle snowboarding gold medalist Jamie Anderson, as she won her 5th X Games gold medal in snowboard slopestyle. It was also her 15th X Games medal overall, which is most all-time by a woman. She spoke about how it feels to win another gold medal.
I'm really happy. Yeah, that was crazy. Definitely tapping into that perseverance, rising above the chaos. It's just, it's hard out here sometimes, but that was fun. I'm so proud of all the girls who pulled through and rode. Wasn't the most ideal conditions, but it got better and better.
Anderson was asked on how she was able to refocus after that first landing.
Honestly, sent a little prayer out to the universe, tapped into that Aspen power, all the trees around us, and yeah, happy to see all the fans out here. I wanted to put one down for everyone who supports me.
Juliet Marino from Connecticut had a score of 92 on her second run to get the silver. She was the defending gold medalist in the event. Annie Rukajarvi from Finland, apologize if that's had the wrong pronunciation, finished third. Marino will compete against Anderson and Haley Langland, who missed the event due to a sore ankle in the Olympics, in slopestyle on February 12th, and the debut of Big Air on February 13th, or February 23rd, I think, what is that? The third day of X Games Aspen was on Saturday, and there were a lot of events on that day. It started with the women's ski slope style final. Maggie Voisin won, and in doing so became the first American woman to earn slopestyle ski gold in the X Games. Here is Voisin speaking about what it's like to become the first American girl to win the event.
Oh my gosh, I can't even, I can hardly breathe, to be honest, but I've been dreaming of this day for a really long time, and just so grateful.
She also spoke about how it felt with the crowd and her mom being there.
Oh my gosh, I'm just, like I said, so grateful. To put the first one down always feels good, and, I was trying to go for that switch 4, but, I've never had a victory lap, so I just decided to chill and have fun.
Voisin got to the top of the standings on her very first run, as she got a score of 92.33. Despite a fall, no one could top her, and as a result, her final run was a victory lap. Isabel Atkin of Great Britain finished second with an 88, and Sweden's Jenny Lee Berbenson won bronze. Voisin will also be competing in the Olympics in South Korea. She was named to the team for Sochi in 2014, but she suffered a broken right fibula in practice there and couldn't participate. In the men's snowboard slopestyle event, Marcus Kleveland of Norway came out on top to win the gold medal once again. Here is Kleveland speaking about what's it like to be on top of the podium again.
I don't know, I've been struggling pretty hard this week. I've been taking a couple bails. My ass isn't really feeling that good. So I'm super happy to land a run today and come out on top, so thank you.
He was then asked what he said to his manager.
We were just talking like, you can do this, and yeah, pretty much that's it.
On the winning run, Cleveland put together a frontside lip to regular and a backside lip to regular when he started his run on the rails. He then transitioned from the middle of the course with a backside 720 and 270 on the kick rail before executing a cab 270 flip on the rainbow rail. Cleveland then hit the jumps with a switchback to double 10 and cab 16 and a concluding backside triple 14 that impressed the judges. Finishing behind him was silver medalist Darcy Sharp, and with the bronze was Mark McMorris out of Canada. And the main event of the evening was the women's snowboard superpipe, in which, you guessed it, Chloe Kim wins yet another gold medal in that event. However, she was vulnerable as Arielle Gold almost beat Kim, which proves that Kim is not invincible. Here is Kim speaking of what was going on in her head when she tried to pull off 210s and gave props to Gold. She won with a score of 93.33 on her final run.
I was like, I don't know if I can. Well, it was crazy because I was landing it every time in practice, and just the nerves, when this environment, you want to put down good runs for everyone. Like the crowd's out here, freezing to watch, and you just want to put something cool down. So there was a lot of pressure, but I'm so happy I was able to do it. But more importantly, I'm so happy for Arielle. I feel like she's been doing so well, and she's progressed so much this season, so I'm just so stoked for her and her family, and hard work pays off, so I'm really happy for her.
Kim from California won her fourth X Games gold medal and third in Aspen, and edged out gold and bronze medalist Maddie Mastro for an American podium sweep. Kim won X Games Aspen gold in 2015 and 2016 and settled for bronze in 2017. For gold, who grew up in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and lives in Breckenridge, Colorado, earned her second X Games silver. The other instance was in the 2016 Aspen event and has 2 bronze medals to her credit as well. Here is Gold speaking after her run and what was going on in her mind.
My mind's pretty blank. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm so happy to be able to have landed that run clean. I've been working really hard trying to put down that run, so it just feels amazing to see that pay off.
She scored a 92.33 on her final run in the buttermilk pipe, which was the best in her career. The 2014 Olympian didn't compete in Sochi due to an injury sustained ahead of the event. 3-time Olympic half-pipe snowboarding medalist Kelly Clark had an 88.66 on her first run in the superpipe, but didn't go on her run after she got injured on her second run. She will compete against Kim Gold and Mastro in the Olympics, which will be her 5th trip there. Day 4 was the final day of X Games Aspen on Sunday. It had what was the best event over the weekend, for sure, if not the best in X Games history, arguably. That was the men's superpipe contest in which Japan's Ayumu Hirano defeated Australian Scotty James and American Ben Ferguson to win the event. However, that was second to a second-run crash that sent Ayuri Podlachikov, apologize if that's the wrong pronunciation, better known as iPod, a lot easier to pronounce there, who was a defending Olympic gold medalist but hit the bottom of the pipe and lost consciousness. X Games officials said that iPod was at the hospital and was alert. He did suffer a nasal fracture and his CT scans were negative for a brain and neck injury. After a delay that lasted about 30 minutes, the contest returned with one of the most impressive and intense finishes in X Games Superpipe history. This is the 3rd X Games medal for Hirano and his first X Games Aspen gold. He also won the Superpipe gold at X Games Oslo 2016 and was a silver medalist at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. The podium was set entering the final 3 riders as Hirano topped his 96.66 score on his final run to earn a 99, which is ridiculous. Especially doing that in the X Games is incredible. Scotty James finished with a 98 and a frustrating silver medal. Ferguson finished with a 95 on his final run to earn the bronze. Sean White is the only man to score a 100 in competition. White, who is a 2-time Olympic halfpipe snowboarding gold medalist, couldn't compete in the X Games due to flu and chose to rest for the Olympics. He, Ferguson, Idaho's Chase Josie, who finished 4th, and Eagles Colorado's Jake Pates, who finished 8th respectively, will represent the U.S. at the Olympics next month. The men's halfpipe qualifying in the Olympics is scheduled for February 14th at Phoenix Snow Park, with the finals scheduled for the next day. X Games Aspen concluded on Sunday night with an event that was never at X Games before. That was the Harley-Davidson Snow Hill Climb. Travis Whitlock out of Utah was the inaugural winner of the event and got his first X Games gold medal. Whitlock is also the 9-time Great American Championship in the professional motorcycle hill climb. He's won it that many times. Logan Sapala out of Ellsworth, Wisconsin, who has also rode in the Great American at the Billings Motorcycle Club, won the silver medal. Billings Austin Cardell finished 3rd and was a Great American overall champion in 2017. What an unbelievable weekend of X Games for sure. Seeing all these different types of events. Pretty crazy what happened over the weekend for sure. Saturday and Sunday were probably the best events of the weekend. Especially what Chloe Kim was able to do in the Women's Superpipe final. It was just incredible what she was able to do. I saw after when Ariel Gold got the lead, when she scored her 92.33 on her final run. I was hoping that Gold would win. Try to match her last day. You know, you get it? Gold? Yeah. I was hoping she would win the event, but unfortunately, that just wasn't meant to be. Usually, any other event that would be her leading, she probably would have won, but not in an event that features Chloe Kim. And that just shows how great Kim is. That she's probably the best snowboarder by far at X Games. If she can prove it at the Olympics, probably the best snowboarder in the world. And it just shows how great she is. And she gave props to Gold, like I said. It was just incredible of a run she had. It just took that type of ride for her to be able to win. She never been pushed like that before. She's never really trailed that much at X Games. It just showed how incredible talent she has. And the fact she's been able to do this at such a young age and be able to give props to Gold for saying that she is getting better. Kim saying that. It shows you how great of a rider Kim is and the type of talent she has. and just incredible kind of tricks she has. She'd never been pushed like that before, and it just showed the incredible talent she has and how far she has come. And she's only getting better, which is scary. If she's this good at any event, especially in women's super fight, which is her best, she is going to be tough to beat for sure. If she's on her game, there's nobody who's stopping her. And unfortunately for Oreo Gold, I was hoping she would win. I was rooting for her to win, especially when not a lot of people expected her to win. And she put up a score that she didn't even think she could do. I was rooting for her, but unfortunately she didn't get to win. And that's just unfortunate, but that just shows how dominant Kim is. Being like the type of talent she has, especially at that age, is incredible for sure with that event. But that wasn't the best event of the weekend. I thought it was. Until what I saw last night, though, in the men's super fight final, was what happened in that event was just crazy. Seeing what happened in that event was incredible. Never saw anything like that before, especially with Hirano doing what he did, Ayumu Hirano, being able to top his score at 99. I've never seen any events like that when 3 or 4 guys scored at least 90. It's just incredible how strong these guys are and how tough the competition is. Very competitive. It's kind of hard to win at X Games, like be able to pull off stuff like that. And unfortunately for Scotty James, he got a 98. Usually you would win to that score. Even third place usually would be able to win. With Ferguson, what he got, as he got a score of 95. Usually those type of scores usually would be winning scores. But now with what Hirano did, it's just incredible what he was able to pull off. Sick tricks that he was able to pull off. All those tricks he did in the air. It's just incredible what he pulled off for sure. It's just how dominated he was. Being able to do that is just incredible. How great these guys are for sure. Be able to be competitive like this and just him being able to pull off a 99. That's just insane. Who would pull off that type of score? Like, you never see scores like that at X Games. It just shows you how dominant this guy was. The last time you saw 100 was Shaun White, like I said before. And no other guys be able to pull that off, be able to have that high of a score at X Games ever since. But this shows the domination that Hirano had that night. It was just his night for sure. He deserved to win it. And had he been concerned of that run, Scotty James would have won. And Hirano made sure not to be conservative because he saw what James could pull off it. And James got a 98, which was still short. And that must be frustrating for him because usually a score like that wins. But not in an event like this. Not when Hirano was on his game like the way he was last night. It was just incredible. By far, that was the best X Games event I've probably ever seen. It was just back and forth, being able to get huge scores. A lot of guys scored over 80. That's pretty impressive, too, at X Games. It just showed the incredible talent these guys have. They're the best in the world at what they do. And it's just incredible to see them pull off a type of run like that. It's incredible. Never seen anything like that. But it was just incredible. And it was great to watch for sure. It's just a great thing. And Jamie Anderson, congratulations to her as well. She has the most gold medals in X Games by a woman. Most medals by a woman. That's pretty impressive what she's doing. Especially at an age like her, she's still got a lot left in the tank, and she could be getting more medals for sure. She's just a dominant rider. She's probably one of the best ever in X Games history. Probably the best woman ever in the history of X Games, probably along with Kelly Clark. And the best men in X Games is obviously Tony Hawk and Shaun White. Guys like that, Nigel Houston probably as well. It's just incredible like, the type of rider Anderson is and the domination she has. You root for her because she's a legend at X Games and she's great. And you don't see many riders like at that level. But what you saw this weekend was just incredible. What I saw was incredible. All these different riders be able to pull off these ridiculous scores, ridiculous tricks. Especially when you do the slopestyle stuff and all that, be able to pull off all these crazy triple corks and double cork 1440s and 1800s, all that type of tricks. That's insane how they're able to go that high in the air and prove that they could do these type of tricks. It's just incredible what they could do. It's just insane, too, because one thing could go wrong. A guy could get hurt, which was the case, unfortunately, last night with iPod, for short. As I can't even pronounce his name. But it's a hard name to pronounce. And it was just unfortunate, though, what happened with iPod last night. And sometimes injuries happen at X Games. And it's just a dangerous sport because of how many guys be able to jump that high in the air, which is not really natural, jumping 20 feet in the air like that. And usually if you have a bad fall, you could get, God forbid, badly hurt. But it was still a fun weekend nonetheless, despite what happened there. And despite that, it was still a great night last night. And also being able to see a different kind of event, like Snow Hill Climb. I've never seen anything like that before. It's pretty cool seeing it was like one-on-one. It felt like a little bit like drag racing, too, but on the dirt. In this case, it was the snow. But it was pretty cool to watch that for sure. It was a fun weekend. Congratulations to all the winners at X Games with gold medals, like Marcus Kleveland, and like I said before, Chloe Kim and Jamie Anderson, Maggie Voice, and all the other X Games winners. Congratulations to them, well deserved. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to see like all these different types of events. It shows like how great X Games is, and hopefully maybe they could expand a little bit more, as they're going to be going to other places too. As they're going to be going to Sydney for the first time too in October. They already have events in Norway, in Oslo, and in Minneapolis as well, which should be a lot of fun with those as well. See what it's like with those. Hopefully Norway can be accessible on TV as it wasn't last year though, so we'll see. But this was a lot of fun watching X Games. X Games, it's a lot of fun to watch for sure. And it's a lot to enjoy and a lot to sink in and soak up with all the X Games stuff. And it's just a lot of fun to watch for sure. Anyways, this was incredible. So we'll see what happens with X Games, and there won't be another one for a while until Norway. But this was a lot of fun for sure. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.